Hello and welcome to this Roadtechs.com Black Book resume search video. In this video, I will detail how to perform a Black Book resume search and explain some of the search options. Just a note, access to the Recruiter Black Book area requires a subscription. If you would like to apply for a Black Book subscription, please see the pricing options under the main menu, then Employer Registration. Okay, starting from the Roadtechs.com main page, hover over the main menu icon, then hover over Black Book, then hover over Recruiter, and click on Log In. You will be presented with the login page where you can enter your username and password, and then click on the Login button. The next page you'll see will be the Welcome page. From here, you can click on the Resume/CV Search tab, and you'll be presented with the resume search form. To start off with, I'm going to do a simple search for welders. I'm going to leave all the other options as is and click on the search button at the bottom. On the search results page, you can see that we've come up with 789 resumes that have the word welder in them. Please note that you are limited to a maximum of 50 resume views per day. If you exceed the limit, then you can pick it up again tomorrow. You can still click on See Resume, but you will not be able to see contact information if you've exceeded the 50 resume limit. Also note that the search term we entered is highlighted in red on the search results. The job seeker's preferred job location is shown in green. His or her availability is shown in brown underneath the preferred job location. And you will also see a limited synopsis of text pulled from their professional summary in their resume. As far as the sort order that the resumes are returned in, up here on top, you'll see some resumes that are highlighted in yellow with the $3 signs in front. This is an indication that these three people paid a fee to have their resume pushed to the top of the search results when they meet the search criteria. Underneath the premium accounts, all resumes are sorted by the basic quality of the resume. Those resumes with more content are pushed towards the top of the list, and those resumes without a lot of content will be down at the bottom of the list. At the bottom of the page, you can see the page is limited to 25 search results, but you can access the other pages by clicking on the nav links at the bottom. You can select a particular page, or you can use the next page or end arrow buttons to navigate that way. Underneath each resume entry in the search results, you'll see a button where you can add the resume to your personal saved list for future reference. If you find a resume that interests you, you can click on the See Resume button that's at the top of each entry in the results list. And you'll be presented with that job seeker's resume on your screen. It looks something like this. This is an example. Okay, moving back to the search screen, I'm now going to do a search for welders again. and I'm going to put in a job location. There's two ways you can add a job location. You can enter the location of the job as a zip code, or you can click on the map. In this case, I'll click on Dallas, Texas, and indicate the job location that way. And then click on the search button. Entering a job location doesn't affect the search results. You still have 789 records, but what it does is you now see that if the job seeker has entered his home base in his resume and a distance he's willing to travel from that home base, then we can calculate the distance to the job you're trying to fill and determine if this is a good candidate for that job. In the case of number 2 here, we have someone who lives in South Carolina, and they have a limitation of 3,000 miles from South Carolina. In the case of Dallas, Texas, that's only 939 miles away. So we are within this person's preferred range to the job, and it might be worthwhile contacting them. In the case of this person on top, he or she is in California, Buttonwillow, California, and they'd prefer not to work any farther than 600 miles from there. In the case of the job in Dallas, Texas, it's almost 1,300 miles away, and it exceeds the job seeker's desired job range. In this case, you might want to think twice about contacting this person because there's a good chance they won't be interested. However, all results are shown just in case you do want to contact the person. Going back to the search screen, I'll just briefly describe some of the other filters you can add when searching for jobs. You can add an industry either through the drop-down and select one of the Roadtechs areas, industries. Now, I'll caution you when using industry that you're at the mercy of the job seeker and how they entered what they perceive their industry to be. So if they work in nuclear power and they just put the word nuke, it's not going to hit. So in those cases where you're not seeing many hits, it might be a good idea to leave that industry field blank and then just eyeball the search results looking for the industry that you're interested in. If you're looking for an industry that's outside of the areas in the drop-down, you can type something in other industry and it will search for that word. You can also search for a particular type of license or cert, but I would caution you again that you're at the mercy of the job seeker and how they entered that information into their profile. So the very common licenses and certifications you'll probably have pretty good luck with, but if it's something that's a little out of the ordinary, it may be best just to leave that blank and then go through some resumes and see if you can find the cert you're looking for. Job seeker availability is the next box down. It's a drop down, and you can select from people who are currently available looking for work, or those that are working but they're considering job offers. You know, a lot of contract workers are always looking for the next big one. And in that case, they are willing to listen to job offers, and that's that second option. You have the option also to sort your resume lists by previously viewed resumes on the bottom. And we've already discussed the job location information, and that pretty much wraps up how to search for jobs in the Roadtechs.com Black Book area. I hope you find this video informative, and please have a safe day.